First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Gibson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On play action, now Carr. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A give running right is Chubb, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
24 is the mic. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 24 is the mic. 24 is the mic.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. This will be caught at Samuel. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete. You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr going to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Carr. That ball nearly intercepted, but it could not hang on. Pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Yards remain on 2nd down.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ready? 10-2 start.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Lawrence to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
He finds his man Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run with Chubb, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Here's Powell on the return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Jags will take over possession here up at the 44. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. He finds his man complete. That's Love. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll make it 2nd down. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On first down, Lawrence. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Wants to try to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete there to Johnson. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. To throw again on second down. Lawrence completing it to the right side. Johnson. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll make it second down. Now Lawrence. It's caught. Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Again, it's Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. Taking a shot for Samuel. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Carr now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Raiders.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he will find his man, Samuel. Touchdown, Raiders! Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Lawrence will throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
24 is smooth. Defense, keep it up, guys. 24 is the mic. Push him back. Push him back. 24 is the mic. Woo! 24 is the mic. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam.
And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays.
And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 10. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what's easy? Kill. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Go. Here we go. SOS.
Now Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Flipped by Jeff Gladney.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Lawrence. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
44, Mike, 44. Rabbit, express.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing now is Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Check hot route. Hot. Kill. 29.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Raiders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
From midfield now, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Love. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, echo. Get it.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
It's a throw again is Lawrence.
And that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On play action, it's Carr. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. With something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it then. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Go, go. And we go 37's the mic.
On third down, Lawrence. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. It's Love. Throwing again on second down.
Lawrence.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On first and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Gibson.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tab.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And they'll run it with Hunter. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
Check tight, check tight, check tight.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Here comes Grant on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Carr going to look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now a play fake. Carr. Howell on the catch. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the 1st down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. 24 is the mic.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let
Hey, Charlie.
play that tight D.
Go.
24 is the mic. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone,
Deep
defense.
grip.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. 3
Hey, Zoo.
24 is the mic.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
A final shot now for Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 21. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think